On the hottest day ever recorded in Wimbledon history, Carlos Alcaraz walked into the fire, and somehow came out unburned. The two-time defending champion faced one of the toughest opening tests of his career against a man playing his final Wimbledon, the ever-dangerous Fabio Fognini. This wasn't supposed to be difficult. Not on paper. Not by rankings. Not by recent form. But on center court, under the searing London sun and with temperatures soaring above 90 degrees Fahrenheit, nothing came easy. The match stretched across 4 hours and 38 minutes, and it tested every ounce of Alcaraz's patience, skill, and resilience. He ultimately won, but not without being pushed to the brink. 7-5, 6-7, 5-7-5, 2-6, 6-1. In doing so, he became just the third reigning men's champion in the Open era to be taken to 5 sets in the first round of his title defense. The others: Roger Federer in 2010, who was nearly stunned by Alejandro Falla, and Bjorn Borg in 1978, who narrowly escaped Victor Amaya. Now, Alcaraz joins that rare company, a testament to how precarious defending a title at Wimbledon can be, even for the sport's brightest stars. This wasn't just a match. It was a marathon played under extreme conditions. Fognini, at 38 years old, wasn't supposed to keep up. He hadn't won a tour-level match all season. He came into Wimbledon with an 11-match losing streak. But he played like a man with nothing to lose, and everything to prove. His shots were crisp. His court coverage, surprisingly sharp. His tactics, masterful. And for 4 sets, he was right there with the 22-year-old Spaniard, playing his heart out in what he knew was likely his last time on this stage. Alcaraz, meanwhile, struggled to find his usual rhythm. His forehand misfired. His serve wasn't quite clicking. His footwork lacked its usual grace. But he never panicked. He never gave up. That's what makes him who he is, not just a brilliant shotmaker, but a relentless competitor. Each point he lost only made him dig deeper. Each game that slipped away pushed him to find another gear. By the time the 5th set arrived, Fognini's legs were beginning to betray him. He was fading, not in spirit, but in energy. And Alcaraz, as he so often does, seized the moment. He tightened up his game. His shots landed deeper. His movement sharpened. The errors dropped. The winners rose. And just like that, the tide turned permanently in his favor. The final set was a rout, 6-1. It wasn't the scoreline that told the story, though. It was the journey. From nearly falling apart to finding a way through. That's Alcaraz in a nutshell. After the match, he didn't talk first about his survival. He talked about his opponent. To be honest, I don't know why it's his last Wimbledon, Alcaraz said with admiration. Because the level he just showed, he can still play 3 or 4 more years. It was a moment of pure sportsmanship, one young star paying tribute to a veteran who nearly stole the show. I have to give him the credit of a great match, Alcaraz continued. He's a great player. He's shown during his whole career the level and the talent that he has. Alcaraz wasn't just saying it to be polite. He had just lived through that talent for nearly 5 exhausting sets. Fognini may not have the ranking anymore, but his game still commands respect. And on center court, he earned every bit of it. For Alcaraz, the win means more than just a place in the second round. It preserves his undefeated record in Slam first rounds, now 19-0. It extends his current winning streak to 19 matches, the longest of his career. And most importantly, it keeps his title defense alive. There were moments when it all seemed in doubt. Moments when the sweat, the sun, and Fognini's brilliance all conspired against him. But champions find a way. And Carlos Alcaraz, once again, found his. It's not always the flawless wins that define a champion. Sometimes, it's the messy ones. The exhausting ones. The ones where things go wrong. Those are the matches that reveal character. And Alcaraz showed plenty of it. He now moves on to face British qualifier Oliver Tarvett, ranked number 733 in the world. On paper, it looks easier. But as we've just seen, nothing is guaranteed. Especially not at Wimbledon. Especially not on center court. Especially not in 90-degree heat. Alcaraz's journey toward a 3rd consecutive Wimbledon crown is still alive. But it's clear now, the road will not be smooth. It will be lined with challenges, with veterans, with storylines that threaten to unravel even the best. But Carlos Alcaraz, he thrives in those moments. He wins when it's hard. He endures when others crumble. And above all, he respects the game, and those who came before him. Monday was Fognini's final Wimbledon bow. It may not have ended in victory, but it ended with honor. And it reminded everyone watching that tennis is about more than wins and losses. It's about effort, heart, drama. It's about legends rising, and legends departing. Alcaraz moves forward. Fognini walks away. But for 4 hours and 38 minutes, they gave us a match to remember.